Just realized now that the last 20 minutes of the stream, and probably the reason why the person left, is because I didn't have my mic plugged in. So, yeah. The first 20 minutes of the stream was me not talking. Because the sad part is, I knew that the mic wasn't plugged in, but I forgot to check it before I started streaming. Because I knew I was going to have to check it before I started streaming. But I didn't. Because I forgot. So, yeah. And based on what I'm seeing, I was gonna say based on what I'm seeing, if once I finish the roof, I'm gonna get that final checklist. But not 100% sure. Oh, no. I guess I gotta finish the top half too. Candy cane flagpole. Oh, nope. Still got enough left to where the game's not gonna tell me that who needs the scaffolding? I could do this myself. You still don't have it. All the railings are done up here. Or are they not? They are not. Now they are. But we still don't have the final checklist. One of the 5th tier panels. Which these aren't the 5th. Wait. Door frame's not done. There. Still not done. Where's the scaffolding? It's like right here, ain't it? windows are on the top row, no? This, of course, is the hardest one because of where it's at. Right in... There it is. The corner. Okay, and you're... Let's say you're still... Still not at the point. Still not at the point where we're considered checklist worthy. Of course, it's on this one, isn't it? Yes, it is. Of course it is. Still, not enough. Because we're still missing too much. We got a second tier panel that's missing. Well, this one I don't need that for. Actually, maybe I do, because I think I know where it's missing. It's missing on the Pringles guy head. Or Pringles guy's head. There it is. But my question is, where the hell are all these frames? Or windows? Oh. That's easy enough. Considering the circumstances, I mean... I must have missed it the first time. Or when I was up here last time. Right frames. You know, I thought piecing it together the way I did was the easiest way to do it, but apparently I still missed a number of shit. And it looks like the last one is right there. And it looks like all I gotta do is add this on. And there we go. And it works out perfect because it is about a half hour in. But as you see the progress, and you're gonna see, I guess it doesn't show off when I start using the scaffolding. But Fall Guys it is. I am about half tempted to, how do you put it, cancel the Chase for the Crown and put Fall Guys completely on a hiatus as far as that's concerned. Just for a couple weeks. Because this is pretty much a test run to see if it's viable to even do other games as far as streaming on YouTube and not just stick with AEW. Because frankly, I have no problem with that idea. And I know that in the past it was my attempt to go to Memphis and, stream Memphis. And I do believe that I did 2 episodes of Memphis Wrestling trying to best use the 1987 file. But the fact of the matter is, it just didn't work. It just didn't work. Because for whatever reason, the 1987 file and I just don't get along. Not like me and the 2004 file. And I'm not saying that because there are more people in the 2004 file that I know than in 1987, because I know my fair share of people in 1987. It's more along the lines of, I just don't know enough about 1980. Like, maybe the booking style of 1987, or maybe, just the right way to operate in 1987, I guess is the best way to put it. And I don't mean that in the way of, I don't mean that in the way of, I don't mean that in the way of, or in light of, certain circumstances as far as, oh, you gotta act a certain way, or you gotta do this, or you gotta do that, yada, 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 yada. I mean, more in the way of, I don't know, like, I don't have the same comfortability booking the way I do in 2004 as I do in 1987. By that I mean, I am more comfortable booking in in 2004 than I am in 1987 because I have more consistent success in 2004 than I do in 1987. So if anything, you may see me jump into another 2004 save as opposed to 1987. But that's just me. Because this is also going to be a full year of streaming on YouTube as well, alongside streaming on Twitch. So, well, you guys are going to get a shit ton of content, and maybe, just maybe, I would like to rely on something that isn't just TEW. You know, and I know based on the amount of time that I spent going through YouTube, Fall Guys clips, that I don't really have much tendency to, I have too much of a tendency to leave dead space between clips. And, well, this is the first time that you guys are actually getting a full episode, quote unquote, of Chase for the Crown on YouTube, and it's the first time that I'm actually playing Fall Guys since I started the series on not Twitch. Also, this is the first time I'm using my new overlay that I put together a couple weeks ago. And more than likely the end of the first event, because I don't necessarily do well when it comes to Telltale. So, let's see what happens. But again, I don't usually do well when it comes to Telltale. If this stream does well in the archives, then what I will do is the next couple of streams for YouTube will just be Fall Guys. And we will do what we can to put Fall Guys in a position where it is the featured game here on YouTube for the early part of 2023. For the early part of 2023, with the attempt of, that guy just got saved by the big stick. With the attempt of formulating a plan to basically write off YouTube. Write it off eventually, putting it in a position where it can go back to Twitch, because YouTube. It's not. YouTube has the main games already. It doesn't need a replacement. Those main games are the wrestling games, and the wrestling content that typically is housed here, or has become known to be housed here on YouTube. I got a tail back, and then I stole it again, and then I got it back again. I didn't even know somebody was standing next to me to steal the tail. So maybe I actually keep it. No! I got robbed again. Told you I'd be done. Damn it! That's... what are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Cry. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cry. Because what else can I do? pays to have a back scratcher. This way you don't have to, try and scratch your own back. You have a back scratcher to scratch it for you. So, yeah. I also did record the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble, to be more specific. The Women's Royal Rumble, for one, I know Sam did. I enjoyed it a little bit more than the men's, just because of the added story within the match. But we also got a lot of matches to come out of it, or coming out of it, and I know you guys love the women's wrestling content when I post it, so there's going to be a lot of women's wrestling content coming out of it. So stay tuned for that. But let's see how it goes with Fall Guys, because, I mean, honestly, as far as, Twitch is concerned, I really haven't been missing these games. And you might say, well, why are you playing them on YouTube then? It's like, I mean, more or less, it's just trying something new. But as far as playing them or not playing them, I haven't really been missing it. You know what I mean? And it might be because I found Super Mario World and Crash Bandicoot, but, I mean, it's just, it's just the idea that, basically, you know what I mean? It's just basically the idea that I have other avenues now, and I'm not saying I'm never going to go back to Fall Guys on Twitch. It's just, taking a break from it on Twitch gives YouTube the opportunity to see if it's worth playing on YouTube. But at the same time, I haven't missed it on Twitch. That's the thing. I haven't missed it on the other platform. It's not like, oh, well, you haven't been playing it. Well, yeah, I haven't played it since the end of last year, New Year's Eve. I honestly haven't missed playing the game. Simple as that. I just haven't really missed playing the game. And it's not a slight on the game, it's more, it's more a slight on the idea that I just, can take it or leave it. Like, I've never really had a one-sided opinion on Fall Guys. It's more that I didn't mind playing it. I enjoyed playing it to a point, and you guys seemingly enjoyed it. So I figured, why not play it? Because it seemed like a game that was easy and somewhat enjoyable. So I was like, well, okay, so I can play it, you guys enjoy it, why not? Do I hate the game? No. Do I like the game? I'm indifferent to it. I'm indifferent to the game. I don't hate it, I don't like it. Right at the start, I liked it because I felt like I was on, I don't want to say I had my pulse to the, finger on the pulse, because I was taking advantage of the popularity of the game right after the introduction of it being multi-platform, but I kind of feel like that's what I was doing, where it was actually multi-platform and popular again. So I was able to use a game that, for the better part of the last 2 years, has just sat in my library gathering dust, or collecting dust, and for the most part hasn't really done much as far as being a game worth playing. And I caught myself, you know what I mean? But once it became multi-platform, it became a game worth playing. because it gave other people that weren't playing on PC the opportunity to play with me. Now, is it as popular as it was? No. Does it go through phases? Yes. Am I more aware of those phases? Yes. It's the same thing as it was with, it's the same thing as it was with, Road Company. It's the same thing as that it was with Road Company. Road Company was hot for a couple of weeks, and then slowly but surely dissipated. And ironically enough, as it slowly but surely dissipated, you guys I seem to stop enjoying it as much as I was. So it lined right up. But, Fall Guys, it seemed to be one of those cases of, well, I feel like playing, so I'm going to join in. So, even though the popularity fell off, there were still people that wanted to play. But it just didn't happen every time. And I did notice based on the numbers that maybe Fall Guys needs a bit of time away because it was not attracting any attention or interest. So, try it on a new platform. Simple as that. Try it on a new platform. Would it be ironic if the first time I stream it on Twitch, the first time I stream it on YouTube solely, I end up winning a crown? It would be ironic, yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Son of a gun, I hate when that happens on this one. Do I think it's gonna happen? Honestly, it has to happen eventually, no? I can't just never win a crown again. Right? I guess technically I can, but... I guess technically that's possible, but I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be. Because, well, I want to win a crown again. But as far as, like, getting, like how some people get angry or get pissed off or frustrated or worked over with this game, it's just like, it's Fall Guys. There's no reason to troll people. There's no reason to sit at this, just play the game. Just play the game. Whatever happens, happens. You lose, okay, start a different round and play it again. Okay, who cares? Simple as that. It's not about, taking it seriously or taking it not seriously or whatever the case is. All it is just play the game. Whatever happens, happens. You lose, you lose. You win, who cares? I'm not saying people aren't able to take it more seriously than that. That's fine, but I just don't understand the logic of taking it that seriously because it's Fall Guys. It's not necessarily a game that you should be taking it super duper seriously. But again, that's just me. I understand that. That's just me. I completely understand that. Like on Monday, we're going to be playing Super Mario Bros. And I know that Super Mario Bros. Is a game that a lot of people take seriously. And I don't necessarily understand why people take that game seriously, specifically Mario Kart. I guess maybe it's just the frustration of the game more than the actual game as to why people take that seriously, but I'm just not one of the people. I'm not saying I don't get frustrated gaming, I do. but I don't get as frustrated. I don't get frustrated for the same reasons, number one. And number two, I don't get frustrated as much or as heavily as some other people do. Like, I could play Call of Duty and have fun and not get frustrated whatsoever. But at the same time, I could play a game like Apex and get a little frustrated. But I don't think there is anybody that plays Apex and does not get frustrated when they play with randoms and have to rank with randoms who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Pardon my French. You know? But that's just me. Still can't believe I spent the first 20 minutes of the stream not with the mic off. Yeah, that really encourages people to want to watch the stream. That really encourages people to want to watch the stream. Scuffed streamer I am. I don't think you ever stop being a scuffed streamer. Once a scuffed streamer, always a scuffed streamer. That's just me. You know, that's just who I am. I'm a scuffed streamer. I like that guy though. He tried, you know, he gets rid of the shit just... He gets rid of the stuff just because he, you know, to stop the risk of losing, he just throws it away. Or to stunt the risk of losing, he throws it away. I mean, I still remember the last time I did this and I ended up screwing myself. That guy might screw. Speaking of screwing yourself. Just sit around and wait it out. You know, why not? Why risk if you don't have to? Rousing gameplay? Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. Rousing gameplay. How are they how are all these people surviving? Oops. Oops. Oh. Oops. That's, yeah. That's, you know, enough to make a grown man cry. Oh. Pretty bad feeling when it comes to that, you know what I mean? I want to say... Excuse me. Yeah. You know, I'm actually looking forward to playing Super Mario Brothers. I know that you guys will actually be getting a Super Mario World video as a novice play Super Mario for the first time, or Super Mario World for the first time. I don't think I played Super Mario World before. if I have, it's been probably almost 20 years since I have. I don't honestly remember the Super Mario that I played. That's how long it's been since I played a Super Mario game. And I know it is crazy because I know some people basically have their lives wrapped up in Nintendo. But again, as I've mentioned on previous occasions, my life has been wrapped up in PlayStation. Before switching over to being a PC streamer, I had my life wrapped up in PlayStation. Pretty much it. Uh-oh. This isn't the worst. I mean, this isn't the worst one, but it's an uh-oh, because as I'm struggling with this piece, everybody else is getting to the end. And with everybody else getting to the end, it makes it harder for me to get to the end before everybody else does, but I still won. I think if I remember correctly, the last one, the gibberish is my first language, not my second. Gibberish is my first. But with the fact that, with the fact that, what was I gonna say? I hate slime climb. I always find a different way to kill myself in this map. Basically, I know the longer I go, the more likely people would show up, or whatever the case is, but I don't do this for people. I do this for the After Effect, I do this for the archives, I do this for outside circumstances. I'm not looking to become a big streamer on YouTube. I'm just looking for long-form content creation, and instead of basically putting together a video that I need to edit, I stream instead, because, it's less of a reason to edit it. It's a good reason for a good reason for everything, or there's a reason for everything. Flying saucers. What do I think those flying saucers? If you jumped on them to get the boost up, that you wouldn't actually get the boost up. You'd end up falling over and getting sent off the side. Do you know what I mean? And at least running all the way in on the end, you're less likely to fall off the side on accident. Piece by piece. Stick a gum, stick a gum, stick a gum. Was I first to qualify? I don't even know. It's hard to keep track of who's first to qualify in that game. Or in that round, because there's no numbers. But as I always say, I'm not going to give the people who are trolling the time of day because it's, it's fucking Fall Guys. Just run the map and finish the map. There's no need to, there's no need to bullshit. I mean, it makes it seem like I take this game too seriously, but I'm just saying, like, what do you gain from trolling? You just prolong the length of the map. I feel bad for the Grinch, though. I do feel bad for the Grinch. It's like pointless. Just finish the damn map. You made it to the end. Just finish the damn map. I mean, that just might be my opinion, but there's no point in trolling in Fall Guys. It's a waste of time. And I don't mean to show it as I'm taking it too seriously. I mean it as just finish the map. You're prolonging the map for everybody else, and you're making everybody else waste their time. Think of the other people that are playing before that's all I'm saying. I hate tail tag. I really do. I hate tail tag. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. You know, even when I start with a tail, I still hate the game. Like, you know, even if I finish or even if I finish with a tail, I still hate the game. I hate Volleyfall more, but I hate this game. You know, it has nothing to do with me usually not winning. It has to do with the fact that I just hate the fucking game. Again, pardon my French, but I hate the game. You know, nothing can make me like this game. Well, saying I hate this game makes it sound like, oh, well, you're talking about Fall Guys. It's like, no, I'm not talking about Fall Guys. If I hated Fall Guys, I wouldn't even think to stream it. It would be TEW, because TEW is open already. Anyway, so why the heck wouldn't I just stream TEW then? You see the Nutcracker, or it looked like a Nutcracker, sitting on that podium up there, where basically he's basically saying, I don't think he has a tail. But he's basically saying, yeah, I'm not gonna win anyway, so what the heck's the point of me? Oh, maybe he did have a tail. Badly timed jump. Round over, I didn't even realize. Badly timed jumped. But I hate this round. This game type. Almost as much as I dislike Fortnite, but yet I'm giving Fortnite the opportunity to come back and be a part of stream. I don't know why. I must really like the people that wanted me to play it again. Or the person that wanted me to play it again. You know, I must really like that person. Back to Hoop Shoot. I will also say Fall Guys is running low on time because, you know, in the past, Fall Guys and I would have, you know, an easy 2 hours. But now, basically, Fall Guys is lucky to give me an hour without me getting tired of playing Fall Guys. So, in a way, maybe discontinuing it and not thinking about, oh, well, you know, this other streamer plays it from time to time, so why not play with them, blah, 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 blah. Well, what about outside of playing with them? You know, what about outside of playing with them? If you don't like the game outside of playing with people, it's like Faz. Is it a game that, if you don't like the game outside of playing with people, is it a game that you should at least, you know, you should bother playing? Period. And it's like, well, technically no. You know, technically no, because if the game's just gonna make you, you know, bored and dissatisfied, then what the fuck, you know, what the heck's the point? I stopped myself that time. You know, what the heck's the point if it's just going to make you bored and dissatisfied. Because that doesn't make for an entertaining stream. Being interesting and, intrigued and excited and just into what you're playing is what makes for an interesting stream and an exciting stream. It makes one, and also having your mic turned on it helps. But, there are things that make for an interesting stream and an intriguing stream and a fun stream, and playing a game where you look bored out of your freaking mind, it doesn't make for an interesting stream or an exciting stream. It makes for people to question, why the heck are you playing this game if you look that bored? Just like I question people who play games that get them frustrated, pissed off, and angry. If you're not enjoying the game, then why the heck are you playing it if you're getting frustrated, pissed off, and angry? Because in my opinion, gaming is supposed to relax you, not frustrate you. That's what real life is for. Real life is supposed to piss you off, frustrate you, and make you angry. Gaming is supposed to take you away from that and give you the escape to forget how bad real life is. Or I guess how bad real life can be. Stop hitting me! No! Damn it! Was that round 3 or round 2? That was round 2. This is why I usually wait for the hoverboard in that map. Because, well, it won't take me out if I wait for the hoverboard, but going the other way and not being impatient and not waiting for the hoverboard is a good way to end up dead. It's a good way to end up dead. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I am. I gotta stop whispering because, well, yeah, I'm not gonna go down that road. Yeah, I'm not gonna go down that road. Yeah. I may call it after this game. I may call it after this round, but we'll see. If we make it through, then I won't. If we don't, then I might. I mean, if we make it through, then I might. If we don't, then I won't, because then I'll just do another round. And I just want to point out that streams on Twitch, you can check my Twitch, streams on Twitch don't go much longer than streams over here. It's not like I do longer streams on Twitch and shorter streams over here. I don't do much longer streams on Twitch. It's not like I go 3, 4, 5, 6 hours on Twitch. I don't. I barely make it over 2 hours on Twitch. So for the question to be, oh, well, you go further on Twitch than you do here, it's like, no, I don't. If anything, I go just as long here as I do on Twitch. So, I mean, okay, maybe that's not fair. Maybe that's not the case because I do go shorter here, but it's not as short. It's not much shorter. It's not that short to be written home about and say, why do you go so much shorter? I go maybe an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes instead of 2 hours. 40 minutes or a half hour shorter is nothing. Because if I'm going to stream, I'm not going to go for under an hour, and I don't normally go for or traditionally go for 3 hours when I stream, because I just don't feel like going for 3 hours. so I go for 2 hours instead, and I feel like 2 hours is good for me and good for you. Simple as that. Simple as that. I feel like it's good for me and it's good for you, so that is the best way to do it. Because it is good for me and it's good for you. You know what I mean? I missed all of them. How do I miss all of them? Like, how? How? Again, I miss all of them. Again, I miss all of them. How? How? And I'm gonna be eliminated anyway. How? What's the point of having that springboard if you're not gonna be able to get the freaking coins that you're supposed to get? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, how do you miss them? Well, why have it there if you're not gonna be able to get the fucking? Yeah, I mean. Last run. Because that's bull. That standing is bull. That standing is bull. The game screwed me. The game screwed me. Like Jiminy Christmas. And yes, I did just say Jiminy Christmas. So I'll drop an F-bomb, but I'll also say Jiminy Christmas. Because that is the extent of my vocalization of anger. Heck, Jiminy Christmas for the longest time was my vocalization of anger. Gotta adjust the camera when you go down that slide, otherwise I think you would go down the other way unless the game adjusts the camera for you. Which, honestly, I don't know. Which I probably could have... I probably could have seen with that one because the same thing happens where you gotta adjust the camera. But I didn't really feel like trying, waiting and seeing. And of course, I didn't want to wait my turn to see if this goes through, so I go this way. Instead... because since the anti-gravity thing went away, I've really stopped caring as far as trying to get to that, the cylinder or the cone or whatever the heck it's called that takes you and shoots you out because, well, it really doesn't matter about getting in that because it doesn't get you to the end faster anyway, so what the heck's the difference of getting in it or not? I do have more content coming up. A video profiling, exploration through WWE's warehouse. I'm trying to figure out profile video reviews on both Johnny Jeter and Steven Strasburg, or a video review on Steven Strasburg and another profile on a former WWE superstar, that being Johnny Jeter. So we got that coming, and also a deep dive videos into the collection, which is something that I've been thinking about doing, but not sure if I want to do, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do, like, I don't know if I'd want to pick like 3 pieces and then go through and deep dive like that, or take a stack and do it, or whatever the case is. I don't know what I want to do. So I don't want to just do it and wing it. I want to have an idea of what I want to do before I do it to know if it's, worth doing. So we'll see what happens on that front. You're supposed to grab onto it. You're not supposed to jump and leap and, like, Bubkiss. 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 I'm also saying Bubkiss, not Buttkiss. Buttkiss is the football player. Dick Buttkiss is the football player. Bubkiss is not the same. Qualified! Yeah! Hopefully we end on a high and not make another bonehead mistake like we've done. But no promises. No promises. I also may make a link tree just to be able to, properly put together everything and allow for other shit to be spotlighted if I so choose. Because then it would give me the opportunity to put, like, if you want to find me on social media, then I could put everything in one spot. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, yada 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 yada. I could put it all in one spot and make it easier for people to find me on social media, which I think is the main reason why people do it. Because it indirectly is, I think that's what Linktree is designed to do. It's indirectly meant to make it easier for people to find you on social media, because they just have to look in one spot for what social media they want to follow you on, rather than looking at the specific social media to try and find you there. Even though that's kind of what posting links in the description is for. I do think in the actual channel, I have links to social media there. But I do think I'm leaning towards making a link tree to make it easier to. It would have been my luck to just fall down that small hole on that level. That guy's just pitching the balls over here. Uh-oh. I painted myself into a corner, I made a mistake, and mistakes seem to be the cardinal rule of me playing Fall Guys. I used to be decent at that one, but I don't remember the last time I actually made it through. So, I think that's it for me, because the game is causing me more trouble than it's worth. For lack of a better word. And I would point out that, our last stream was, oh yeah, I remember. Can't stream WWE. Can stream WWE if I'm gonna, if I want to stream WWE 2K, I need to actually set up the game before I stream it, rather than after. And the fact of the matter is, I actually haven't streamed Fall Guys since heck, I haven't streamed PowerWash since what, November? No, October. Haven't streamed Fall Guys since August. You know, the ironic thing is, it used to be where it was going to be every couple weeks or every month or whatever the case was, where I would stream on YouTube, but then it became a little bit more frequent because, you know, there was really no reason for it not to be more frequent. And that's just how it is. You know, that's just how it is. It just became more frequent because why not? You know, I just didn't see the point for it not to be more frequent. And I'm not going to say when the next stream on YouTube is going to be because, well, I don't know. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? Well, I got some free time, so why not try this game one more time before I uninstall it to get a little bit more content out of it. You know, why not try this game one more time before with instead of uninstalling it and letting it go. You know, this is basically a simplified wrestling. I mean, a simplified wrestling game. This is basically a simplified racing game that I was playing yesterday for a little bit on stream. I mean, I played it for long enough where it was a little boring because it was all it was just, well, racing. You know, it was track after track after track after track after track, and it just got repetitive because it was the same tracks over and over and over and over and over again. And I was encountering the same issues over and over and over and over and over again. So it was sort of like, well, what's the point of continuing to play if, number one, it's going to be the same shit over and over and over again, and just, you know, nothing new. You know, and thus far, that's what it was, and that's what it looks at, but I figured why not give it another try before I uninstall it, which I'm going to. Because basically the only reason why I started playing it is because it was free. You know, the only reason why I downloaded it is because it was free. That's it. If it wasn't free, would I have downloaded it? Oh, heck no. I wouldn't even purchased it if it wasn't free, because I'm not a fan of racing games, so why the heck would I spend money on a racing game if I'm not a fan of racing games? You know, I played Forza Horizon, and Forza Horizon was a horrible game in my opinion, because it's just not my type of game. It's just not my type of game. So why would I waste my time playing a game that is not my type of game if it's not my type of game? You know, when somebody could say, oh, it's not a waste of time if you enjoy it. Yeah, I don't enjoy it. I enjoy TEW. I enjoy WWE. But I can't just only stream one type of game or play one type of game, because that gets kind of boring. That is why I'm trying something new. But also, free games make it where you can try new things. Because it's free. F-R-E-E. Free. Free is good. I like free. Uh-oh. Right into the audience. Free makes me happy. Over the audience. Yeah, into the audience. Or into the stand. But I lost all my speed because of how I crashed. Let's avoid crashing. Because I can make it. And that's what I mean. I already have a best time, so it's like I've done the track already. But this is supposed to be when I do the next track. You know what I mean? You know, I was supposed to have done this track, but I didn't. So it's like, well, what track am I doing if I'm not doing the track that I thought I would do? You know what I mean? And that's why I don't like doing the track, because it's like, I don't like this. I mean, this looks different. Don't get me wrong, it does look different. But at the same time, what stops it from becoming the same track that I've been doing, or the same tracks that I've been doing, and just exactly what I've been doing? And, you know, like, this round will be these types of tracks, and then by the end of this category, it's going to be the same tracks over again, over and over and over again, and it's like, well, what the heck's the point of continuing to play the game? I'm just going to get the same shit over and over and over. You know, it gets boring and repetitive. That's the whole thing. You know, ironically enough, I remember yesterday when we were talking, when I was playing this game, a lot of the talking was shrouded in the idea of me going to the United Kingdom. I mean, outside of a decently priced ticket, you know, outside of a decently priced ticket, you know, you're not really thinking about hotels and, you know, cars and shit like that. So you're not really thinking about every expense. You're just thinking about some expenses. And it's not that it's impossible, the idea of going to the UK. It's just that it would be ridiculously expensive, the idea of going to the UK. Especially if I would have to get a new passport, which I don't know if I would have to, because I don't think I would have to get a new one. I think I would just have to get a renewed passport. Because I haven't used my passport in probably like 15 years at least. Or maybe even 20, I don't know. I don't even know, to be honest with you, but you know, it's a thought. But at the same time, it's like I said, I barely like going to North Carolina. So if I barely like going to North Carolina, am I going to enjoy going to the United Kingdom? You know, the answer to that question is, well, no. Because if you barely like going on an hour and 10-minute flight, then how much are you going to enjoy going on an 8-hour flight or taking an 8-hour flight? You're not. You know, you're not. It's that simple. Why did I think that tree was not going to inhibit me from being able to finish the map? You know what I mean? What did I think that tree was? Like, maybe I was going to bypass the tree? I don't know. That was just me, bad timing. Traction and handling are not the strong suit, but I guess how do you expect to have good traction and handling when you're going 400 plus miles an hour? That's what I expected. That's what I expected. You know, to actually, well, fly. Yeah, I don't really care to do another race, so. Because I'm not even placing. Oh, is that why I'm not getting the medals? Because I'm not actually placing? That makes sense. But yeah, I do appreciate anybody that stopped in and spent a little time here. But I'm gonna call it a stream. Again, this was a test run just to see if playing games outside of TEW is something I can do. It wasn't, you know, crazily, you know, top of the list of things that I enjoyed, but it wasn't, you know, my worst, you know, it wasn't my worst enemy or, you know, the worst thing that I've ever done. So, either way, I do appreciate everybody stopping in and hanging out, and I will see you guys again soon for another stream here on YouTube. Till then, go enjoy the other content that we have on the stream, and we got more, on the channel, and we got more content coming tomorrow for the channel and other ideas that I have in mind to add to a ever evolving archive, I guess is the word. Either way, I do appreciate it once again, and I will